Your first alert forecast starts off with these kind of leftovers from yesterday, actually. Into the overnight, they've been gradually, slowly moving. So we do still have some isolated rain and storms for this morning by the time most folks are leaving. So these overnight storms are gradually drifting out. A couple more can develop, but it's a good reminder to pack the rain gear. What the key here too today is we get out the door, upper 60s, it's steamy, and well, that helps to fuel a few more storms. Just isolated throughout most of the day. Still seeing those isolated morning storms, a couple of midday pop-ups, keep them going in the evening, but that afternoon is fueling a few more than the rest of the day. So I wanted to highlight that time frame is when you're more likely to run into a few downpours and storms as well. Just kind of like those leftovers from last night carried over into your early morning hours. We'll have a few more again flare up this afternoon with your high at 87 degrees. Now on that futurecast, you can see what I mean in terms of these overnight batches kind of moving out. Couple more popping up and moving in along the plateau, layers of clouds and patchy fog. So we'll still see a couple of pop-ups even midday. That's where we're getting into these spots of rain developing around Wartburg, around Campbell County. 2 o'clock now we're sliding into the afternoon and there's a few more. So that brief window of a 40% coverage around Anderson, Roane, Morgan, Campbell County, Cumberland County, seeing a few of those storms. 3 o'clock, you can see it kind of clustering up right here around Knox. The time the kids are getting out of school. Another important reminder there to have the umbrella with them, and especially if they're riding that bus, as we will have some rumbles of thunder through parts of Roane County and Anderson. These will be some very heavy downpours. Those bright pink spots you see there. A couple of storms still around the 4 o'clock hour between Maryville and Knoxville as well. Then some showers and storms still towards Jefferson and Cocke County. Got a new couple cutting through Meigs, Ray, Bledsoe to McMinn. So you see what I mean in terms of that brief window there of a few downpours and storms still developing around 6 p.m. in the Southern Valley on the plateau and moving east, becoming a little more isolated for your evening plans. But still, that's that brief window to pop up to more of a 40% coverage for your afternoon. Adding it up for you here in the rain forecast where you live. That's where we got a lot of the greens, the showers, the rumbles of thunder, though. Those downpours add up to these blue streaks of a ½ inch to an inch. But notice there's several of these little purple dots right there in the middle. That's at 1+. So where it rains, it pours, and many of these downpours in parts of the valley, like Knox to Blunt, parts of McMinn to Monroe, kind of clipping parts of Loudoun and Roane. Morgan County, there's a couple of those downpours adding up for you. There's one of those streaks of heavy rain cutting across parts of Anderson County. You can see that spike up from one side of Anderson to the other from 0 to an inch plus. Scott County, same story. Right at the McCurry line. And then I got a couple of showers up into far northeast Tennessee and a couple of downpours going up into the Smokies. So tomorrow morning we can at least quiet things down. We'll start off with patches of fog, have a beautiful, mostly sunny day. Then have a couple storms bubbling up in the mountains, got a couple popping up on the plateau, but really leaving it more isolated. Still kind of a stray storm try to slide down the mountain in the evening hours, but overall at least we can keep it to kind of that stray coverage for your Saturday and more sun. Then we'll have patches of fog Sunday morning, lend to a couple of storms. It's basically about a 10% coverage Saturday versus a 20% coverage on Sunday, but still seeing some of those isolated downpours and storms. A reminder, it's still summer in East Tennessee. The highs are right around 90 all weekend, feels several degrees warmer, and that's what creates these pop-ups. Can't keep it all dry in our area with that humidity and some passing clouds. Actually carry that same story on into Monday. It's Tuesday to Wednesday next week, so we're watching a front kind of line up, get a little more organized here, which can also help to get it out of our way in time for Thursday. So we'll continue to keep you updated on that.